Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and sponsors. I'm Jeff Lang alongside Damian Idiart, coming to you live from Crater High School in Central Point, Oregon. Thank you for joining us tonight, and welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Today featuring the traveling North Eugene Highlanders versus the hometown Crater Comets. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Central Point School District. Our participating community business partners as well, we thank them. Joe Brett is our executive producer for tonight's event. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Please help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. On YouTube, search Table Rock Sports and click on the red subscribe button. Thank you if you already have. So Damian, welcome here on a Tuesday night. And we come back into Midwestern League action. We took a night off. Saturday, the Comets hosted the Willamette Wolverines. We last were together when the Comets traveled to Eagle Point, and quite a game that was. But here we are, back in Midwestern League play, kind of in the middle of it. What are you expecting to see tonight from both teams?
Well, from Crater, I expect them to bring it all out tonight because they have a 3-game skid. They need to stop it. This is a pivotal game because if they don't win, then their playoff chances are going to be in jeopardy. And I don't know much about the competitor, North Eugene. I guess I'll have to watch them play. They look good in warm-ups.
All right, I got a little material here, but we got about a minute and a half left to tip off. We're going to take a quick break here, see a commercial from one of our great sponsors. We'll come back for our starting lineups and the national anthem.
We remind you that we are one of the privileged.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3P Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you. Your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3P Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back here to Crater High School on this Tuesday night, the 1st of February. Welcome in February, goodbye January, as we hear a little Van Halen back in 1984. I can remember that in 9th grade, Damian. I don't know whether you were. What an album that was, huh? Jump.
Yeah.
Speaking of jump, we got a couple jumpers here. That's Logan Price who wins the tip against number 2, Devon Anderson.
He came up hobbling already, poor kid.
Uh-oh. Well, he goes directly to the bench, and the referees can't call a timeout, so kind of an awkward position. It's 5-on-4. Referee does a favor and calls a hold foul, but
I hope he's not one of their key players. That didn't look good.
Certainly is. So Devon Anderson went and jump ball. He came down, landed on the ankle of Logan Price, and within a matter of seconds, limps over to the.
It's not the way you want to start.
No. Quick substitution for the Highlanders. Starting tonight for the Comets, Colton Brains wearing number 2, a senior. Marcus Idiart, a junior, wearing number 11. Caden Lassiter with the ball here in the spin, wearing number 1. Idiart from the corner, long, rebounded by Price. That would be a foul on him. He's also a starter. And then fifth starter is Javon Smith, wearing number 3.
I would have liked to see Marcus take one step in there and at the very beginning of the game, take a little easier shot.
Starters for the North Eugene Highlanders was Devin Anderson, Joey Banry, Jonas Spencer, Derek Vaughn, and Ben Kitzhopper. Into the game for Devon Anderson is number 13. That is Bedford Stevens. So he just passed the ball inside. First foul on the Comets. Second foul.
Bad reach. Is that related to the former governor? Is that a Kitzhopper?
Yeah, it is a Kitzhopper, spelled the same way. So
maybe we got somebody famous watching today.
Eugene certainly could be a possibility. Wasn't he a physician, right? Our past governor.
Yep.
No comment from Damien.
No, he is. He was.
Yes. Okay. Thought you were just ghosting me there.
No.
It's a kid term, so ghosting. Price out to Brains.
Oh, good move.
Drives and loses the ball in the key, but gets it back.
Good hustle. Corner 3. Nope. Good hustle.
Offensive rebound by the scrappy Comets and leads to a second shot on that possession. Brains starts us out.
I want to see a lot from Colt tonight. He started hot last game, but then got nothing the last 3 quarters, and we needed him.
Sure does. He was well defended by Eagle Point.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about against the last team.
Willamette. Wolverines.
Ooh.
The game you and I missed.
I was watching Table Rock.
Okay, good. So was I. Comets with another 3. They're now 1 of 4 here with their first 4 shots being all 3-pointers.
We seem pretty even with this team. I don't think they're going to – we definitely don't look scared or anxious at all.
Javon Smith to the rack and comes
he
up
got
a
his
little
hand
bit
a
short.
little there or something. I don't know.
Had to. Came up about a foot short on a lay-in. Here's Derek Vaughn for 3.
Good rebound.
No good. Battle for the board. Brains comes down with it.
Rebound by committee for the Crater Comets without Tate Brewster in there.
Well, that's what it's got to be here. Coach Brian Broadus, again, showing us a different lineup, trying to find some consistent key. Maybe it depends upon matchup, but he's choosing to go with a smaller team for some reason. And for the most part, it's worked. You know, the Comets come into the game at 13-4. Nice shot by Bedford Stevens, and first 2 points for Coach Blake G.
Throwback. He looks a little like Bill Walton there. His headband and long hair over.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Well,
maybe not Bill Walton, but somebody from that era.
You ever wore a headband?
Never did.
No?
No, I got real thick eyebrows, so they do the job of keeping the...
Okay. Not even in the backyard while you're out mowing the lawn or anything?
I was a wristband guy. I was just watching him kind of attend to his ankle there, and it's not looking good. I don't think he's going to come back in, poor kid.
He's got ice. He's got the Crater athletic trainer working on him, and that is Devin Anderson.
Good. Oh, man. Javon's been money with that floater, but the last couple...
Rebounded by Price, the 6'3 senior, up and in. A 5-2 lead now, 4:30 left in the first quarter. As I mentioned, the Comets come in at 13-4 with a 5-3 Midwestern League record, and that's going to stay in possession of the Highlanders. They are ranked currently number 7 in the state at 5A. So still a great season here, even though they have a 3-game losing streak. That at the hands of Churchill, that at the hands of Eagle Point, and then a tough loss at home on Saturday, a makeup game against Willamette, a 67-66 loss.
My son went to the Churchill Eagle Point game, watched Churchill at Eagle Point, and Churchill came out ahead, but Eagle Point gave them a good run for their money. Those are 2 good teams.
Shot up, it's missed by Joey Banry, rebounded by Lassiter. Here's Brains now, ball in his hands, up top to his left to Idiart, the left-handed kick down to Price.
Swing it. There you go.
There's an open look, and that's how basketball's supposed to work, other than making that shot.
Yeah, that should have gone in.
Good pass by Price.
Low-scoring event here. Man.
Stevens all the way up to Kitzhopper, and he misses the bunny. Kitzhopper comes in as a junior, stands 6'4". Lassiter now.
That's going to be a good spin there. Nice move.
Lassiter with his first two, and Coach Brad Gee wants a timeout. We'll do the same here on Table Rock Sports. The John L. Scott scoreboard reads Comets 7, Highlanders 2.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills.
And we're back here after that 30-second timeout. 3:30 left on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Comets 7, Highlanders 2 on this Tuesday night Midwestern League action. Kitzhopper kicks out.
Oh.
Three-point shot by Derek Vaughn is good. He's 1 of 2 on the night. Vaughn
Foul, too.
Stands 6'3", senior. He might be in the running for best hair in the Midwestern League Conference, Damien. We'll see.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Gallagher, or not Gallagher. Ooh, nice answer by Jay Vaughn.
Tate Brewster enters the game with a drive penetration, gets the assist to Javon Smith for 3. Brewster out the last, game against Willamette. The turned ankle in practice.
Nice block.
Blocked by Lassiter. Stevens on the shot. Lassiter now thinks he's on the gridiron, and no, he'll come up with the ball. You gotta. That's that term. You got a nose for the ball.
Yeah,
here's Javon again.
Yes.
This time the assist goes to Logan Price. A pat on the back to his teammate and says, "Nice back-to-back threes, Javon."
Yeah, we really need that.
Banry to Stevens. Stevens right into the
passing lane.
Lassiter, yes. We've seen Lassiter do that on the gridiron a few times as a linebacker. He'll pick those off right in the middle. Brewster's pass is tipped away by Banry, but recovered by Smith.
I didn't see that foul, but that's all right.
Pushing it back by Banry on Smith. 13-5 now. Highlanders come in with their overall record of 5-9. They are 2-5 in Midwestern League play. They're currently ranked number 20 in OSAA. Wearing red tonight, trimmed in white. The Highlanders of North Eugene.
I wonder what the genesis of that name is.
I'll tell you a little bit. I got a little research.
Nice.
We'll save that maybe for third quarter.
All right, I'll wait.
A little teaser, and it's what it's called in the business, Damien. A little teaser. Javon Smith with a finger roll this time.
Javon's really stepping up this quarter.
Smith with 8 here in the first quarter.
I love watching Javon. This guy, this is such a nice game. He lets it come to himself.
Ball tipped away by Lassiter. Vrains will get credit for the steal. Foul on Vaughn, I believe. Yes.
Vaughn's got a rubber band or a hair thing underneath there. He just doesn't have it ponytailed up.
No need. It's out of his face. He can do what
I
he
guess
wants.
you're right. But it looks like he put a finger in a socket.
Yeah.
I never had the guts to do that, but we've had a conversation about hair before, so I know that you like a good do.
Colton Vrains up and in for his second three-pointer within the first quarter here. So the Comets with 4 three-pointers here in the first quarter.
Oh, I would have liked to see Colton get a steal there, jump in that.
Number 21 is checked into the game for the Highlanders. That's Elias McInnes. Here's Banry now to his right. Pulls up at the elbow. Really good looking shot from Banry.
I like that. Most underutilized shot in basketball. They can make a free throw 90% of the time, but nobody wants to shoot from that spot on the court.
Pull-up jumper. Here's Vrains now trying to break down Banry. That shot's
ill-advised.
a little hard. Banry now coming up the left-hand side. 30 seconds to go, first quarter. Stevens to his left.
Tate's looking pretty good on that ankle. I don't think it's
does
stopping him very much.
Banry in the lane with a really nice shot. And that's what a shot does. The possession before builds some confidence, Damien.
Yeah, I was worried he was going to get caught in the air, but he had enough hang time there to make it work.
Under 10 seconds now. Brains has the ball. He'll kick to Brewster for the long three, and that's good. It's been all 3-pointers, mostly for the Comets here. They hit 5. The John L. Scott scoreboard. It's the Comets 21 and the Highlanders 9. We'll be right back.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, God! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Exciting first quarter here on the campus of Crater High School. 21-9, 5 3-pointers for the Comets, 1 for Brewster, 2 for Smith, 2 for Vrains. And as we were talking there at break, Damien, high school basketball, you score 21 points in a quarter. That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, everything fell. I don't think we missed more than 3 shots. I don't know. I didn't count them, but hot hands.
Into the game is Ashton Acree, a sophomore for Coach Brian Broadus, wears number 0. Long shot off to the left for Elias McInnes. Rebound Comets.
I know you got to shoot threes, but I don't like to see him rushing. I like to see like that a little bit where you step into it. Nice save. Oh, that was a foul. Yep, good call.
Fouls on number 21. That's Elias McInnes. So 4th team foul on the Highlanders. Highlanders last played at Springfield and won, score of 50-43.
That's good. Ooh.
Okay, Brewster from the corner. Good rotation on that. Comes up a bit short.
That's a good shot. I like that play. Lassie does a good job of that dribble penetration.
McInnes now to Banry. Banry guarded by Acree. Now to Stevens in the corner right in front of the Crater bench. Down to, looks at Kitshopper, no, but as we were talking at break too, just a few too many turnovers for Coach Brad Gee.
I'm sure you'd like that one back.
I said Brad, I meant Blake.
It's a little quiet in the gym tonight.
It is.
I think we're worried about losing 4 in a row. Everybody's a little scared about what's going to happen this season.
That's true. That could be. Well, you know, it's Groundhog's Day tomorrow, Damien. Like everybody's in bed early, just wanting to know what Punxsutawney Phil's going to do.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
Bill Murray.
Just no movement on Crater. Look at this. It's just stagnant. I know we're ahead, but I'd love to see us use a game like this to get our movement where it needs to be before the end of the season.
And you and I were talking a little bit. You know, the Crater girls off to an incredible start to their season in 14-4 are the Crater girls, and Scott Dipple, boy, they have really good ball movement and body movement.
Their girls just look to move off the ball. Our guys don't. Off the ball, they're just standing still. I hate that.
And part of that is their game where they drive and try to kick and get somebody to help, and then the shot's there. So part of it's by design, I'm sure.
Back in the game for Crater number
Yeah, but you
11,
can get a better outside shot if you work together out there to
I'm with you.
make yourself more free.
I am with you, Damien. I am a mover and a shaker. I'm not a shooter.
It does take someone willing to take that role on and make that their game. I'm not sure who that would be on our team.
Bannery was sandwiched on that play. No call. Still 21-9 here. 5:40 left in the second quarter.
I'd steal that right now. Ooh, he had one chance.
Ball in the hands of Caden Gould. Caden does kind of a Euro step.
Yeah,
lost the ball.
Weird thing.
Yeah, it was kind of a jump Euro step.
Yeah.
Euro jump step.
It's got a name, I'm sure.
Acree gets it stolen away by Gould. Can't save it. He stepped out of bounds.
That was two plays in a row. Bad guard play. Let's go. Let's clean that up. Colton's back in. I guess the coach is thinking the same way.
Back in the game for Crater, number 2, Colton Brain.
Even if Colton's not shooting well, he definitely doesn't turn the ball over too much. There you go.
Price drives in against Kitzhopper and rolls it in for the first 2 points here of the second quarter. 5 minutes left, 23-9 now.
Glad he took that layup as opposed to settling for something else.
McInnes from the corner. That one looked good. Battle for the rebound comes off. It's going to stay Highlander ball as Kitzhopper and Price were going at it.
That one I would have liked to seen Caden lower his derriere a little bit and push him back. He had another guy sitting right there that could have helped him get that rebound, but
Crater student section tonight, Damien, in Hawaiian here.
Yeah.
Aloha. That's right. Mahalo, aloha. What else do
macadamia nut,
macadamia.
chocolate covered macadamia nut.
Wiki wiki.
Tiki.
Malakaliki maka.
Pulling out everything. Oh, nice
right.
take.
Left-handed, comes up short by Lasker, brought down by Vaughn. Up to
There's a little movement. A little bit. There you go. Nice spot to take a shot.
Nice pass into Price. He wasn't really ready for that, but he went up with it off balance and got.
Kind of looked like Dirk Nowitzki there with that little 1 foot up in the air.
Right. Where's Mark Cuban? Don't know. But that's Gould up and in for good. So Caden Gould, he's a sophomore, stands at 6'1". 25-15 now.
Far better quarter for his opponent tonight. Nice.
Price heating up here.
Kitzhopper's not phasing him at all. I think he gives up a couple inches, but can't tell with the way he's playing down low right now.
Gould to McInnes. McInnes back to Gould. Drives baseline. Back to McInnes. Two-man game.
Nice travel.
There's Vaughn. He hit one earlier. That one was online, came up short. Tonight, also in Midwestern League play, we've got Springfield visiting North Bend. We also have Willamette at Ashland. So Ashland back in action after, basically sitting out the whole month of January. So a lot of games for them to make up this year.
And they get to make them all up, huh? That's the plan?
That's my understanding. Wow. That's right.
A lot of home games, or do they have to travel for those? Or?
Both.
Both? Okay.
Yep. They'll be here in, I think, about a week.
Yeah. Hope we take the second one. Should. Playing at home. Nice take.
Brains a jab step to his right. Works his way into the left. Missed dribble by Vaughn in the hands of Idiart. Idiart decides to take it, and that's going to be player control as Bannery was able to slide to his right, Idiart's left.
Guess that was my fault. He heard me. Tell him to go for it.
What he needed right there is that Euro step to the inside because the player really went to his right. Bannery, that is.
Bannery stepped up. He's a senior?
He is.
He's playing like that.
Excuse me. Joey Bannery is a sophomore, Damien. I apologize.
Who's your barber?
Vaughn off the back iron. Here's Idiart again up the left-hand side, guarded by Gould.
Moved his feet there. That was nice. Good defense.
Stay tuned. Coming up is the Medford Parks and Rec halftime report. We want you to visit playmedford.com for the latest rec guide, all the sports leagues, classes, and special events, to name a few. Visit playmedford.com to learn more.
Number 12, Cade Johansson.
I know Central Point doesn't sponsor this, the city of Central Point, but they put out a little magazine recently. I didn't realize we had so many recreational activities in our fine little city.
Both Medford and Central Point have a nice rec department. So Brains, that's his third three-pointer here of the first half.
Good shooting.
Unofficially, I've got Colton with 16 here in the first half.
Jeez.
Banry, the sophomore, hard, ripped down by Idiart for his third straight rebound.
Swing it.
Heat check here to Colton. Nope, back to Idiart. Smith works baseline. Nice shot. 21 in the first quarter, 13 now in the second quarter with a minute and a half go for Coach Brian Broadus.
Everyone stepped up offensively this game so far.
I love that shot by Stevens.
That was something you would have done, I think.
Drive to the lane. Lefty goes up. Nice looking shot in the hole.
No stoppage this quarter. I don't think I played one commercial. This has been good play.
One of a very few turnovers on the Comets this evening. Ball in the hand of the Highlanders.
I don't know what that was. Who started that chant? Good ball movement. Too late and not a bounce pass.
Into the game, number 20, that's Jonas Spencer. Also number 12, that's Cade Johansson. Johansson is a 6'8" senior. And Johannes Spencer is a sophomore, stands 6'3". They have a good sophomore class here at North Eugene.
Yeah. I'd really like to have a good showing this year because we have a lot of growth in the next couple years we're going to need from our underclassmen.
Smith turns over. Highlanders on the move now. 30 seconds left, second quarter. Johansson.
The Highlanders just don't run the break very well, in my opinion.
That's going to be a travel called on number 11. That's Jack Lemley into the game. Nice spin move in the middle, but referee disagreed, thought he shuffled his feet.
Looked a little awkward, so that's probably why he called it. Last shot of the half. See what happens.
Brains asks for a screen, gets double teamed and loses the ball for a turnover. So 3 straight turnovers for the Comets as they're going to end the half. There's Johansson's going to come up a bit short on that. Score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. The Crater Comets lead by a score of 34-17.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Hello everyone, it's time for another episode of Traffic Safety First. Today we are going to be discussing some tips to help maintain a safe environment when operating your motor vehicle in a parking lot. Let's get to it. The information in today's video will include some ways to be extra cautious while in parking lots, specifically as they are heavily trafficked by vehicles and pedestrians. Here are some quick tips to keep yourself and pedestrians safe. Drive slowly in parking lots to be able to react as quickly as possible if a vehicle or pedestrian starts to enter your line of traffic. Make sure you have no distractions keeping you from paying attention to your surroundings. These can include radios being on, food or drinks nearby, or other passengers wanting your attention. If you see a vehicle attempting to leave a parking spot, stop with enough room to let the vehicle fully back out of their spot. Consider 2 car lengths of space as a guide for the minimum distance to give a reversing vehicle. Make sure to look behind you on all sides before attempting to back out of a parking space. Look into blind spots before turning into another flow of traffic or in and out of parking spaces. If you see a pedestrian trying to cross a line of traffic, stop your vehicle and let them cross. We hope you are able to take these tips with you when driving in parking lots to help keep yourself and those around you safe. Until next time, stay healthy, be safe, and thanks for watching. Hello everyone, it's time for another episode of Traffic Safety First. Today we are going to be discussing some tips to help maintain a safe environment when operating your motor vehicle in a parking lot. Let's get to it. The information in today's video will include some ways to be extra cautious while in parking lots, specifically as they are heavily trafficked by vehicles and pedestrians. Here are some quick tips to keep yourself and pedestrians safe. Drive slowly in parking lots to be able to react as quickly as possible if a vehicle or pedestrian starts to enter your line of traffic. Make sure you have no distractions keeping you from paying attention to your surroundings. These can include radios being on, food or drinks nearby, or other passengers wanting your attention. If you see a vehicle attempting to leave a parking spot, stop with enough room to let the vehicle fully back out of their spot. Consider 2 car lengths of space as a guide for the minimum distance to give a reversing vehicle. Make sure to look behind you on all sides before attempting to back out of a parking space. Look into blind spots before turning into another flow of traffic or in and out of parking spaces. If you see a pedestrian trying to cross a line of traffic, stop your vehicle and let them cross. We hope you are able to take these tips with you when driving in parking lots to help keep yourself and those around you safe. Until next time, stay healthy, be safe, and thanks for watching.
Hey, welcome back to Crater High School. Jeff Lang here at Table Rock Sports. We're glad you're with us. Crater boys lead currently at halftime by a score of 34-17. And we got a special guest with us here, not high above the court, but in the stands, and that's Kate Stidham. She's a junior. She stands 5'9". She's a guard for Coach Scott Dipple's Crater Comet girls, who are currently 14-4, and I believe 9-3 in the Midwestern League, and they rank in the top 5 in the state. Kate, congratulations on the win tonight. Welcome to Table Rock Sports.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So tonight you took on North Eugene. I came in at about halftime. It was a fairly competitive game. What was the plan going into the game tonight?
We wanted to keep them away from the perimeter and more on the inside. And I think we did a pretty good job of doing that. We had some times where we did cover down, but we recovered really well on defense and did a great job.
You did a great job. You got a great program here playing for your uncle, and I know your mom is also on the bench.
Yes.
And Uncle Scott and Mom Erin, right?
Yes.
Okay. You got a really big cheering section every game that I see, and that's great to have that family support, isn't it? What's your favorite thing about basketball on the court? Actually, let me ask you this. On the basketball court, what are you good at?
I love cheering for my teammates.
All right, so you're a good teammate.
Yeah, I just love the team chemistry that we have. It's really fun.
It is. Well, from my perspective, you're kind of one of those that does it all on the defensive end, on the offensive end as well. Also a good teammate, it sounds like, too.
Thank you.
A couple years back, I guess you'd be a freshman, right? You were last up at Gill Coliseum. Any favorite memories of that? I know it was cut short in the semifinals, but what do you recall from that 2 years ago?
Beating Churchill, against our third time against them that season was awesome. It was a great feeling going and winning that game. It was awesome when the buzzer went off.
It certainly was bittersweet as that game against Silverton in the semis was canceled the day of, and we all know the reason why for that. But we're looking forward to this year and working our way back to Gill Coliseum. Now, you also play another sport. What is that?
Volleyball.
And what position do you play?
I'm a setter.
All right, and I hear great things next year. You had a really good year this year as well, but next year we've got a lot of seniors, right?
Yes, we do.
Who are your teammates?
Maddie Cassina and Kendra Biddle, and all three of us have been starting on varsity since freshman year, so we're really excited for our big year coming up.
All right, and I hear you have a different coach, kind of a comeback coach, right? Maybe? Is that?
Yeah, he coached us, all three of us, and more of the other girls during club when we were in middle school, so that was really cool.
And that's Leaf Jensen, right?
Yes.
All right, we're glad to see Leaf coming back. 3 high schools here at Crater High. Which high school do you go to?
I'm in CAPS.
You're in CAPS. Any favorite subject or teacher you want to tell us about?
I love Mr. Easton.
Mr. Easton, and what does Mr. Easton teach?
He is my English and history and seminar teacher.
All right. If he's watching late tonight, shout out to Mr. Easton. So,
yes.
Okay. So, well, here we are at Crater High School again with Kate Stidham, one of the standouts here for Crater High. Currently having a great season at 14-4. Any shout outs here before we go off into commercial? You want to say hi to anybody out there?
Just my family. My dad's watching.
Your dad's watching. Well, hello, Dad. You got a great daughter here. So thanks, Kate, for visiting us at halftime. Have a great season.
Thank you.
Bye.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And welcome back to Crater High School. Great interview there for junior Kate Stidham, a guard for Scott Dipple's Comet Girls. Currently 14-4, if I have that record right. A big win tonight against the Highlanders.
They play well together. I hope they enjoy watching that later.
It's always great to see the student athletes able to speak from their perspective. Youth is awesome, Damien, right?
Yep.
Youth is awesome.
Great time of life. Everything seems so attainable.
That's right. Simple. Happy. What are you good at? I'm a good teammate, Damien.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
love
good
that
at.
line. It's hard to hear because of all the noise, but, man, I enjoy it. Good take.
Nice back
nice
door.
Pass, nice everything.
Pass from Smith to Vrains. Starters for the Comets here coming into half. Same as what started the game. Lassiter, Idiart, Price, Vrains, and Smith.
You got to love seeing a design play like that right out of the half work. I assume it was designed.
It was definitely designed. Highlanders on the court is Stevens, Kitzhopper, Spencer, Vaughn, and my fourth player, that's Banry, of course. Lassiter gets a lot of an arm.
Yeah, but that was not, he needed to jump stop or something there. He gets caught up in that spin thing, which looks pretty good sometimes, but I would just do what they did there, just kind of take a step back and let him turn it over. It's only got 2 ways out, 2 passes.
Sophomore Banry works his way down the left, now to the right. Here's Stevens, the lefty. Into Vaughn, belted away by Lassiter. So Lassiter picks up maybe his third here.
Yeah, took him out quick. He didn't like that.
Quick substitution here. Sophomore Ashton Acree now into the game.
Unfortunately, Caden's used to that. He's always he's the only one that hustles like that, so he's always in a little bit of foul trouble.
Let's recap the standings here in the Midwestern League, Damien, as Vaughn drains that 3-point. That's the second of the night. So Derek Vaughn with 3 here in the third quarter. Standing atop the Midwestern League is Churchill. Overall record is 12-4. They're 7-0 in Midwestern League play. They're ranked number 4 in state. Eagle Point is second, 13-2 overall record, 6-1 in league, and number 6 in the state. And then we've got a two-way tie. A tie for third and fourth between Crater and Willamette, both at 5-3 in conference. Crater ranked number 7 in the state. Willamette ranked number 13.
Did you note who the top 3 were? I didn't hear you. I mean, I know it's not in our league, but did you write that down?
The top 3?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't write that down. But that would be Wilsonville.
Wilsonville's always there.
Silverton, and my money would be on Crescent Valley, but I haven't looked in a week.
Those teams never seem to drop off year after year. Nice take.
Price over Kitzhopper for another 2.
I like how the Craters have been using their left hand tonight.
Stevens with the pull-up 3, boarded by Price.
You know, I'm looking at the scoreboard. I'm a little surprised. I thought that North Eugene shot a little bit better, or at least scored more points last quarter, but they didn't. They're still in the high teens.
Well, they had 9 in the first quarter, and they had a total of 17 at half, so they scored just 8 points in the second quarter.
They got a little hotter, it seemed like, but I was just not paying attention, I guess.
For the season, Damien, they average 43 points a game, so they're not too far off of pace. Crater averages just over 63 points a game, so they're well above their average.
I like
for
that
tonight.
entry. See, it would have been nice if Ashton had gone right there to the elbow. He would have had an open shot. When we were coaching these guys that were young, we always wanted the player to get to the short corner.
Short corner?
Yeah, kind of like in between the low box and the baseline there, the short corner, and that seemed to be a spot that was open up on most defenses.
So on the opposite side of where the ball's at?
I don't think it mattered. It was just you had a good, nice angle to someone who would flash at the top of the key. Ooh, nice play. Colton really hung in there. He knew he was going to get some contact, and he took it. Oh.
Colton Vrains having a hot night. A little bit spicy for the senior. Speaking of spice, his whole family here having Hawaiian Hut right down below me, just killing me with meals after meals. His dad Matt and his mother Jennifer brought in about an 8-pack of Hawaiian Hut.
They got the Meneune size, or whatever that big size is.
No food worked its way up here. That's all I know is just smell. Coach Brian Broadus wants a timeout, a full one. We'll do the same. John L. Scott scoreboard reads 40-21, favor of the Comets.
What's wrong? Oh.
o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
And welcome back to Table Rock Sports. 40-21, 4.5 here in the third quarter. Folks, we want to let you know that tonight's game is brought to you by Schlesinger and DeVilleneuve, attorneys with practices throughout Southern Oregon and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful and civil behavior at youth sporting events. Brewster now has entered the game here. In the near corner.
That's one shot that Logan has learned to pass up. Yeah, I think he's taking his role as a big man on this team seriously, and he's not jacking up those threes like he used to, so that's good. And you got shooters like Smith, Brewster, and Vrains. You want those big guys to stay where they're supposed to. Almost got that to fall.
Extra possession by Price, kicks it to Brewster, fouled. A couple free throws. Folks, we want to also make sure you visit Tap Rock's Northwest Bar and Grill on the banks of the Rogue River. It's beautiful there. Included in your next trip to Grants Pass, first-class food and service awaits you, the gym of the Thomason Hospitality Group. That's Tap Rock.
I love that place. Great setting, great burger.
Where those jet boats come in and out of there.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I have. I really like it, yeah.
I've never done that.
You should. You get wet.
Do you?
Yeah, but it's all right. Sometimes they have a few drivers that are just really, boat drivers, I don't know what you call them, but pilots, I guess, and they just really make a great trip out of it. You see a lot of eagles and stuff like that.
What is a boat driver? We got to give him is that a captain?
Captain.
Captain?
I guess pilot's the wrong
Pilot,
word.
no. Driver, no. Captain.
All right, captain.
I'll call him captain.
That was a good take. I like that.
Logan Price having a nice game. A senior 6'3", drive baseline up with the right hand. McInnes now into the game for the Highlanders. Damien, a little quiz here for you. Which of the two schools, North Eugene or Crater, as Crater's going to be on a fast break here to Acree, going to go up with his left hand, his strong hand. 2 free throws coming for him. But which of these two schools are older?
You do this to me every time. I'll say North Eugene.
You are incorrect. Crater opened up in 1951. North Eugene in 1957.
Okay.
North Eugene, a bit smaller school, just over 1,000 students. Crater's about 1,500. But they do have one thing in common.
What's that?
They both are part of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and they both have the 3 small schools going.
Yeah.
So at Crater, we know we have, Biz,
Renaissance,
Caps, Renaissance,
yeah.
That's right. So both schools split into 3 high schools, 3 different principals here at Crater High.
It's good. I wonder if it was a good experiment for them, too.
I believe they're still doing it. So, and, they received nearly $1 million grant back in 2007 for that conversion, as did Crater.
My kids have all done it, and it's been fine for them. I think personally myself, I loved being in a school where I knew all 3, I guess the equivalent of all students in all 3 schools. And my kids don't even know a lot of the kids in Renaissance or Caps because they attend Biz. So
right.
I think it's strange, but
that is the only odd thing is, a school this size, it's really confined to a smaller school.
Yeah.
So,
I guess the concept is you get more teacher time.
Sure.
So. And they have they've developed good relationships with their teachers, so that's true.
Ball saved by Price. Brewster with it now. Overhand pass to Vrains up the right-hand side. Nice lead for Smith. He's brought down hard. Going to get a couple free throws is Smith.
We've been running the break nice. I like that. It was a good choice by Colton.
Back in 1957, North Eugene was started. It was a land grant. It used to be a filbert orchard there on the campus of North Eugene. Didn't get the name, but there was a Scottish farmer thus all the Scottish
Highlanders. There you go.
Mascots and Highlanders and whatnot.
So the gentleman who owned the tract of land that they put the school on was Scottish?
Correct.
Is that what you said? Okay. Sometimes I don't start paying attention to your story until about halfway through.
Well, until it gets interesting, is what you're telling me.
The Scottish thing, all of a sudden, it started to pick up. But I heard land grant, it just didn't register.
All right. Well, we all know the story about North Bend and the land grant there that didn't
we
work
talked
out.
about that last time.
All right.
The wrong name or whatever you said.
Yeah.
The guy didn't own the land? Isn't that was?
Yeah, he really the land that he deeded over to the high school, he really didn't own the land at North Bend, but they straightened that out after the first year.
Oh, that was a great one. Hopefully our listeners will remember that.
You know, one thing to note here of the Highlanders, it really has a true history of being a basketball school, Damien, as that's going to go up and in, tipped by Stevens. He laughs as he comes down the court, but he'll get credit for 2. North Eugene High School, Damien, is, again, like I mentioned, one of the better basketball schools around when it comes to history in the state of Oregon. They have state titles in men's basketball in 1963, 66, 76.
Keep going.
Acre hits the 3. 77, and then last one was in 2007. So 5 different state titles here for North Eugene. So 3-pointer there for the sophomore Ashton Acre.
That was beautiful. Beautiful ball movement. I think it hit all 5 Crater Comets' hands before it went up.
Bedford Stevens feeling it. The left-hander with 3. He's got 5 in the last 2 possessions. And score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Comets 50, Highlanders 28.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chickens, mouth-watering chicken, and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
And welcome back. Coach Blake Gee wanted a timeout there right after Stevens hit that 3. So left-hander with a quick 5.
I love, in the game of basketball, it's inevitable that when you get a 3, there's going to be an answer 3 back. I don't know what that principle of sports is, but it seems to happen over and over. Did you watch the football this weekend, Jeff?
Yes, speaking of that, it might happen in all sports, like somebody scores, then someone else will score.
Exactly.
Serves an ace, someone will serve an ace. Acre with another 3.
I don't know why he shot that. We had nobody down there, although he got his own rebound.
Oh, he's feeling it, right? He hit the one right before it, so why not? Range goes down, takes a foot to the head of size 10 Nike right to the forehead for Brewster.
Colton is unstoppable. He wants that rim tonight.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip. Begins with My Circle K. What'd you have for lunch today, Damien?
I had Chipotle, but I like that munch in your crunch. That was a nice little
ring to it, doesn't it?
Alliteration.
Great sponsor of ours. Brains to the free throw line. So speaking of these state titles, Damien, so back in 76 and 77, one of the great players in Oregon State history played high school there. His name is Danny Ainge. You know who Danny Ainge is?
You've talked about him before.
Right. Danny Ainge is a high school All-American in football, basketball, and baseball. The only player in America that I'm aware of that's a high school All-American in 3 different sports. Shot up and in by Gold is good.
He's consulting the Jazz now, I think.
Yeah,
we all left the Celtics.
Well, no, he was an All-American as well at BYU. He was a John Wooden Award winner. Up and in for Logan Price, and he's going to find himself an old-fashioned three-point attempt. Now, Danny Ainge, he was drafted in 1977 by the Toronto Blue Jays while in high school, Damien. In 1981, of course, coming out of BYU, he's drafted by the Boston Celtics.
Do you think any of those guys that choose one sport over another have regrets? I mean, he had a great basketball career, but, you know, you always think like Bo Jackson and Michael Jordan and those guys. Well, Michael Jordan, of course not, but ooh, right at the buzzer.
Up and in by Kitzhopper, a nice shot. Bring their total to 30. Comets total 52. We'll be right back here for the fourth quarter on Table Rock Sports.
From the moment you enter the court. We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to like experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
So much of officiating is not necessarily what you do on the court. It's how you conduct business off the court as well. Being an official, sure, it's not easy.
And if it wasn't for those difficulties, I don't think I would be where I'm at, because it helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
Oh, Jared. And welcome back to Table Rock Sports as we begin the fourth quarter. 52-32 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Spencer passes it in here to Banry. He's joined by McInnes, Kitzhopper, and Gould. On the floor for the Comets is Idiart, Acree, Logan Price, Caden Price, and Javon Smith.
He looked like his back was to the basket, and all of a sudden he got square to the basket. I wasn't watching his feet, but nifty move. I hope we don't get into this delay thing.
Oh, what you're getting it right here. This is they're preparing for a future game, Damien, right?
I thought this was going to go away with Schmerbach. I didn't think it was going to stick around. Sorry. Sorry, Chris, if you're listening.
Well, I think you've explained that story before. All high school coaches get into this, and I think it's something that bothers you, where they're just slowing the game down. But the Comets actually are purposeful here. You know, when they get a lead with this guard play that they have, they can get advantages, such as that, a drive or
I'll trust you.
Penetration kick too. Here's Spencer going to be off to the left. Battle for the board.
Ooh, nice battle, Ashton.
A lot of Comets on the floor. Banry all by himself. Nails it. Sophomore, 3 points. Good. Folks, stick around for us post-game. We'll have the post-game player here where we'll get to chat with them, get their perspective on the game, the season, some activities they're up to. Coach Broadus wants the 30-second timeout. We'll do the same. We'll be right back. Table Rock Sports.
Time is we'll always be there.
Rick.
I don't know, Springfield? I don't know what I can think of.
Hey, we are back. That was a quick 30 seconds. Davian and I are jamming to Rick. Rick, somebody help us out, is a popular song in the 90s, early 90s. Rick had a great video, or just a lot of shots of him singing. Never going to give you up, never going to let you down. We just don't know the last name of Rick.
Your wife will text you in a second.
Somebody help me. On the court for the Highlanders is Johansson, Spencer, Gould, Banry, and McInnes. So a young group minus Johansson. Caden Price, Caden Lassiter, Marcus Idiart, Ashton Acree, and Javon Smith. And a four-corner action with a lot of pass. That's a turnover, and it's going to
Wake
stay
me up when this is over.
in possession.
Back in the game for Crater number 2, Colton Rains.
Opportunity tonight for possibly for Coach Brian Broaddus to let maybe some of his other players see some action here. We'll see.
Yeah, to keep their lead.
Five minutes, 40 seconds left as Smith is fouled by Gould. And this just in from up above, it's Rick Ashley.
Rick Ashley.
Rick Ashley, never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to run around, Damien. Never going to hurt you.
Desert you.
Or desert you.
I don't know.
Hurt you, desert you.
Whatever.
Both work.
One of those.
Yeah, great video back in the day.
We need to have some of those clips. They seem to get a lot of 80s songs of these things. Maybe we can have some clips that show
One of my
people.
favorite things to do is I'll grab the Apple TV and I'll go to YouTube and plug in 80s videos and just let it roll and see what happens.
Hopefully you're doing something else other than just watching.
No, I'm just zoned into
Really?
Michael Jackson and
I thought you'd be cleaning your pool.
Cyndi Lauper and
cutting your bushes or something.
a couple shots in by Javon Smith now, having another great night as the senior.
Oh, crowd saying they love Javon. Ooh.
All seniors into the game now for the Comets is Vrains, Brewster, and Lassiter, joined with Smith and Price.
Back in the game for the Highlanders, number 23,
Derek Vaughn re-enters the game.
That number 12 that's going to the bench now for the Highlanders.
Yep.
What age is he?
6'8", senior, Johansson.
Okay. He's been quiet.
Well defended by the Comets as Vaughn comes up a bit short. Next games for these teams, Craters travels up to Thurston this Friday to take on the Colts. That'll be a great game. And North Eugene will host Ashland on the 7th. I believe that's next Tuesday. So that's what's upcoming for both these teams.
I wonder if Thurston will try to give it back to the Comets. We beat them here and probably want to beat us at their house.
Brains from the top of the key, three.
Colton had a really nice game tonight.
Colton with his 16th, 17th, and 18th point tonight.
I think the reason he flourished tonight, when I'm thinking about his game, he did more of like a two guard tonight rather than the one.
A point guard?
Yeah. Okay. I don't think, I mean, he's obviously a great all-around player, but I think he's stronger as a two. Who knows? He might take exception to that, but.
Lassiter's blocked by both Gould and Spencer. Colton is 7 of 14 tonight, so shooting 15% is the senior Vrains. 4:10 left here in the fourth quarter, 57-37. We'll be right back.
Timeout.
Hello again, I'm Officer Ashwell with the Central Point Police Department, and you're watching Traffic Safety First. Today we will be going over how to navigate four-way stops as a driver. Let's go. You've likely heard the term right-of-way before, but do you know what the actual definition is? According to ORS 801.440, the full definition of right-of-way is the right of one vehicle or pedestrian to proceed in a lawful manner in preference to another vehicle or pedestrian approaching under such circumstances of direction, speed, and proximity as to give rise to danger of collision unless one grants precedence to the other. That's obviously a fairly complicated definition. So in simpler terms, as it applies to driving, Right-of-way extends to a driver deemed as having the right to continue driving before another driver.
Hey, and welcome back here to Crater High School. Jeff Lang alongside Damian Idiard as Lassiter works his way into the lane.
Get that drop, that teardrop. That was a nice play, though. I like that. You know, I think another difference between this team and the teams we've been playing recently, North Eugene does not have a lot of people that can finish at the rim. Have you noticed that?
Right.
Yeah.
They're all great-looking ball players.
Yeah.
You have some good heights, some good skills. There's just, from my perspective, again, I don't see them very often, a couple times a year, but turning the ball over just a little too much here tonight for sure. But a scary team indeed, like what you said, especially if they hit their shots.
Yeah. They're well coached. You can tell they've been very disciplined this whole game, even though they've been behind the whole time. They haven't kind of put their heads down or lost hope. They're still playing hard.
Spencer to McInnes.
Nice
Straight
shot.
on, dead shot by McInnes.
Yeah, we can see that. That was perfect rotation on that one.
Good pass from Spencer. Pressure now from Highlanders. Price is going to nearly turn it over, and that's going to be a foul.
Caden came to the ball there. Good football play.
Caden Lassiter, we've had him up here in the booth before, player of the game. He, of course, was an all-star running back for the Comets this past year, and for 3 years, sophomore, junior, and senior, was a standout linebacker, all-conference, both sides. Played in that state title game as a starting sophomore linebacker.
So close that year. I remember that game well.
So close.
You know, Caden, when I think about him in the future, I'm going to just remember the effort he put on the field. He always gave it his all, and always seemed undersized for any position he played, whether it's basketball or football. Although I didn't watch a lot of baseball. He's a great baseball player, too.
Vaughn caught in. He's going to kick to Stevens.
Good defense.
Step back, nothing there. Banry now.
Came away with that. To the rim.
Comets are going to have to do a lot of that rebounding, especially with the rotation that they have and the heavy guard play that they use. Especially they're going to run into some bigger teams like what they did in Eagle Point. Eagle Point really wasn't that much bigger, but they really got out-rebounded.
Yeah.
Tommy Johnson, 22 rebounds at Eagle Point, just destroyed the Comets.
Johnson did it in the game against Churchill. He did it again. He had a good game then, too. Knight didn't, but Johnson did.
Okay. Into the game, this is Gabe Grant wearing number 15.
So he's a junior.
Gabe is he's actually a sophomore.
Sophomore? Oh,
sophomore, stands 6'1".
Every time I see him, he looks like he's just still growing into his legs.
He is. Up and in by Banry. That's good. Gabe Grant, an outstanding long jumper here at Crater High School. Had a good freshman season. He's going to have an even better sophomore.
Do you coach? You help coach that team?
I do not.
No, you should.
Nope.
Well, I think put your name in the hat. You got some time in the spring. Instead of listening to all those 80s songs and watching those videos, you can coach the long jump. I think they're past their 10 seconds, but whatever.
Ooh, Brewster in trouble, gets it to Vrains. He'll pick it up and in. Does Colton get for his 19th and 20th point? And he's going to have a shot here for the old-fashioned three-point play.
That was a really nice layup.
Again, stick around here. We'll have a player here in the booth as soon as the game ends. A minute 56 left on the score clock. For almost 50 years, Bill Glass has been a clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, business needs. Locally owned, family-run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Into the game, the Higginson brothers, freshman wearing number 23. Ben looks a little bigger than his older brother, Luke, wearing number 20.
Both filling out well. They're our future, so...
Also, Cody Duckowitz in wearing number 12 as Spencer hits a nice shot. Here's Ben Higginson, the freshman, back to Vrains. Minute 40 now.
Don't give it up. Oh, right where he shouldn't have. Good hustle.
Dave Grant picks it up. Stolen away by Bannery and then McInnes.
I could hear the slaps from up here.
Good left-handed shot by Stevens. Speaking of special days, I know we have Groundhog Day tomorrow, but if my father's listening, and sometimes he is, up in northern Idaho.
What's special about tomorrow for your dad?
Well, he's got a birthday this Friday, so February 4th. Happy birthday, Dad, John Lang Sr. So,
way to go. How old is he going to be this year?
You know, I got to check the stat book for that. I'm gonna shoot out a number. I think it's 76. We'll go with 76.
Okay. Is he a young 76?
Oh, absolutely.
Way to go, John. Way to go.
Gabe Grant at the free throw line here with the double bonus. Into the game for the Highlanders. That's number 5. Let me get that as Spencer comes up just a bit short. Number 5 is Jack Dietz, the senior, has entered the game. Also number 11, that's Jack Lemley. A couple seniors working hard. There's Dietz, turns it over into the hands of Dukowitz. Idiart now, under a minute left. Ball stolen away by Gold. Long bus trip back home for the Highlanders tonight on a school night, but it's part of the process, right?
Yeah.
You can learn on the bus. We've talked about that before. I'm sure they've got their textbooks, right?
They all have flashlights on their phone. That was something that's different than when we were kids.
Right. Reading glasses and all that good stuff.
Dunk that.
There's Higginson. Very respectful. The Higginson kids kick it back out and show respect. And that'll do it. Again, wait for us here. We'll have a player of the game here in just a moment. Score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. The Comets 65 and the Highlanders 47.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
And welcome back here to Crater High School. Jeff Lang alongside Damian Idiart. Comets come away with a win, score of 65-47 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. We got a special guest with us tonight. This is Colton Vrains.
How's it going?
6-foot senior, wearing number 2. Takes the overall record, Colton, to 14-4, 6-3 in the Midwestern League. You're coming off a 3-game skid. So talk to me about the importance of this game.
Yeah, so we always call this game, it's our bounce back game after losing 3 in a row. It's tough, gets in people's heads, so we just made sure we came out here and showed everybody we're still here to ball.
Yeah, so Coach Brian brought us in his first year, right? So what was the kind of the game plan coming in against the Highlanders tonight, knowing what you know? I know you played against them a month ago up in Eugene.
Well, we know they're small, so we're small too, so rebounds are a big emphasis. We know we could beat them on that. And then just moving the ball and hitting shots, which we did pretty well.
Okay. You've been in the program here now for 4 years, right? And seen a ton of action. So talk to me about one of your favorite memories here on the hard court at Crater High.
That's tough. We went to Hawaii a few years ago. It's kind of hard to beat that. Went to Honolulu, played some phenomenal teams. A few years ago, we also went to, it's called Section 5 down in Arizona. We played people like Mikey Williams, some 5 stars with Nate Biddle, type. So that was an eye-opener, how good some people are.
I remember that as well. Certainly some good memories. You've been fortunate, as we all have, around these 4 years of some really quality basketball.
Oh, yeah.
So we're in the midst of it. We're kind of grinding away here in the middle of the season, Colton, as a senior now. What are you looking forward to here in the final, what is really like 5 weeks left?
Well, we know all that matters really is at the very end of the season, how you finish. So I'm thankful for these 3 losses. Taught us a lot, and we're peaking now. So we just got to continue to build on. So when we're at the Gill Coliseum for the tournament, we're there. We know we can win it.
Sure. You have a couple brothers that I know well as well.
Shout out to Mason. He's probably watching this.
He might be watching that. Well, hello, Mason, from all of us, and then brother Jaden as well. So what's it like being a third brother, the third youngest in a Vrains family household?
It teaches you a lot. We played a lot of mini hoop ball. Teaches you to get physical, not scared to get hit, which is really important, I'd say.
It is important. You had 21 tonight unofficially, so a nice scoring night for you tonight. You go to Crater High School here. Which of the 3 high schools do you go to?
I go to Biz.
You go to Biz. Now, shout out to any teacher or a subject that's your favorite or favorites.
Shout out to Ms. Huggins, my math teacher.
This is Huggins' track coach. Are we going to see Colton Vrains out on the track this spring?
Probably golf. We'll see.
Oh, golf would
Might be hitting
nice.
some balls. Yeah, we'll see.
That's a nice sport. You have a little side business, I hear, that you do away from school, too. It's nice to see those entrepreneurial activities.
Of course, yeah.
Is there a name to that business?
It's called Reselling Secrets.
Okay, all right. So it sounds fun. We'll look into that.
All right.
So great game tonight, Colton. Great season so far. It's been a ton of fun for me to watch. I'm your neighbor. I've seen a lot of you. Please continue to wave at me as you drive by, always, even after high school, okay?
All righty.
This is Colton Vrains. He had 21 tonight in the win for the Comets. We'll be right back here on TableRockSports.net.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning.
And we're back real quick here again. Jeff Lang and Damian Idiart coming to you from Crater High School. Damian, final thoughts about the game tonight with the Highlanders?
Everything you wanted on one of these bounce-back games. Defended our home court well. Everybody plays unselfishly, shooting well. So it'll be nice to see if they can take this momentum into Friday's game or Saturday's game.
Friday night game.
Friday night game. Okay.
Yep, they actually travel up to Thurston, so you bet an important game. And then Ashland next week at home. So we'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. We'd like to thank Crater High School Athletic Director David Hurd for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week here on TableRockSports.net. Special thanks to head coaches Blake G, as well as Brian Broaddus. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be next week against Ashland here at home. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Score of, Damian, I lost the score.
65-47.
Thank you very much. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. Executive producer is Joe Brett. With Damian Idiart, I'm Jeff Lang saying thanks for watching and good night from Crater High School in Central Point, Oregon.